let everybody know that we're here. Now look, we got to get into the whole situation about the sister down in Alabama, Carlee Russell. All right? Now here's the thing. For those who don't know, for the last week or so, there was a situation where a sister in Birmingham, Alabama, Carlee Russell, there was a story that hit the mainstream media, which was very rare, about a sister who claimed that she saw a baby walking on the side of the highway. She pulled over to help the baby. She was on the phone with the police, and all of a sudden the call dropped. She disappeared. There was a wig left behind with some real weird stuff left behind. So this woman disappeared. Could nobody find her? People were very outraged. The narrative started to go into, well, we got to do something about all these missing black women. So now the white mainstream media started to pick up on this story, which is very rare. Black women get abducted, black women are missing all the time, but the white media picked up on this story. And then they started kind of boosting the narrative of black women missing. A lot of black women go missing, and a lot of stuff doesn't happen when black women go missing. So now everybody's looking for this sister. The brothers and sisters down in Birmingham, shout out to Birmingham. They're looking for people on social media, black folks, speaking out against any possible abductions. People really spoke out with this story. So suddenly, the Carlee woman shows up at her parents' crib just out the blue. She just walks up to her parents' house. The story gets strange. She shows up at her parents' house. I don't know. I don't think she had no clothes on. She had on no clothes and some socks, and there was $130 in her sock. And she had a box of crab legs with her. It was something real weird. And then the family started talking weird. They started talking very vague, which started raising people's antennas. The family was like, oh, we glad we got our baby back. We can't talk about the details now. We can't talk about what happened, but we just glad to have the baby back. Right there raised everybody's antenna. Why can't you talk about what happened? That makes zero sense. Because now the family knows that there was a finesse. This whole thing where we can't talk about it. Why the hell can't you talk about it? How you show up out the blue and you ain't saying nothing about what really happened to you. Nobody's saying nothing. The family's very, very vague, which threw everybody off. Yeah, she had $175 in her sock. On some weird ass nonsense. So yes, the kidnappers, she had this crazy story about the kidnappers gave her some graham crackers. It's something crazy as cat shit. So listen. So now people are questioning this story. Now the police, they wait and do a press conference. So they're being very coy with putting out certain information. They don't want to come right out publicly and say it was a finesse, which they know it was. But they come out and say, well, you know, there's some questionable things about this story. Well, the Homeland Security got involved, and they did a search of some of her Google search inquiries, and she was searching like, how can I steal money from a cash register? How to fake a kidnapping. It was something weird. She's Googling all of the stuff that they got all on file, and that's another thing you should raise your antennas about. You're like talking about the movie Taken, just Googling all of this stuff about kidnapping, and all right before she gets kidnapped, she's looking up how to hide how to hide in the bushes. It's just real weird ass stuff. Here's the thing. This is the insidious part about it. The police knew it was a finesse from day one. All right, let me shut up. The police knew that this was a finesse. All right. The police knew. They had all the video footage. That's why, notice the police, they were releasing some of the footage of the traffic. You know, they got cameras where you can see the freeway. So they had footage of her car pulling over, but the police, they started taking stuff out. Remember? They were taking stuff out and not adding that in there. They were deliberately withholding information. They knew. All right, let me tell y'all something. They knew. The police was like, we're gonna milk this thing. They took out the pivotal part, showing that she was finessing. They know it was a finesse. The police knew, but they wanted to milk it. Wasn't no damn baby. Wasn't no baby. The police had footage of her getting out her car, running in the woods with a plate of food. They had all of that, but they were hiding that from the media because they wanted this to play out. I want y'all to understand how this thing, she showed up with a bag of Raising Cane chicken fingers. They knew this fool-ass woman was finessing. They were like, oh, no, let's not give up the bag too quickly. Let's let it all play out. They knew. And let me tell you something how this works. Police, law enforcement, they have little deals with the media. They feed information to the media. So the police knew from day one, they looked at the footage, they got footage all over the place. They saw that this woman was finessing. They saw her running in the woods with some Popeye's chicken wings. They saw all that. They saw everything. Somebody even said she was at a Red Roof hotel somewhere. They saw all of this stuff. But they told the media early. They didn't go to the public. The police wanted to kind of milk it. So they went to the media low key, and the police let the media know, hey, this is a con game. This girl ain't kidnapped. And the media was like, oh, cool. We're going to jump on this story and milk it and really work the angle of the kidnapping. And then when the finesse is found out, we're going to work the finesse angle. Boy, they gave the media some red meat on this one. Now, this is something we can get behind. Why do y'all think out of all the black people who get kidnapped, all the black women who get kidnapped, black women and black girls get kidnapped all the time. Black women are always kidnapped. They never jump on this stuff. They jumped on this. They jumped on this information. So they're like, oh yes, where's Carlee Russell? Where is she? Oh, the community is speaking out. Oh, they really worked it. They really worked the angle knowing that it was a finesse. And the media worked this thing knowing that it was a finesse, acting like they didn't know, because the media understands now how this is going to be blowing back on the black community. They know that now, them pumping this story up, making it a big old thing, and for it to deflate the way it deflated, it falls back on the black community. So now the white media got to jab at us as a collective. So now the whole thing now has turned into, well, how many of these black people are lying? Now, the whole thing now is to discredit and minimize black women getting kidnapped and abducted for real, and black children and the whole shebang. This is done to minimize black women getting harmed now. They're gonna use her as an example. So now when we see a black woman is genuinely missing, they're gonna be like, well, how do we know she's not faking it? You dig? So yeah, they boosted this story up for a reason, guys, because they knew it was a finesse. Yeah, she said she got kidnapped by, the story was so stupid. She said she got kidnapped by a redhead white man, and there was a white woman involved, and they kidnapped her and blindfolded her and took her clothes off and took pictures. I don't know where where this baby was. The baby.
Dude, sorry I'm late. I was on the highway and the f***ing baby was running on the highway. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. So I get out the car, I start chasing the baby. In my mind, I'm like, why you running, baby? That's what I'm thinking, right? But I'm like, what do you do? Because I can't just...
The baby was counting money. The baby robbed the bank, and the baby was him up here counting the money. I don't know what happened to the damn baby. But she said she was blindfolded. She didn't really get to see the woman, but she saw the man with red hair, orange hair, and they were taking pictures of her naked. See, she said she got away. Then they threw her in the back of an 18-wheeler. Then What the hell? Then she got naked and she was in her socks. Then they gave her $107 to put in her sock. Then they let her out somewhere. Oh God, and the story, it's just so damn all over the place. She was naked with socks on. She ain't had no clothes. Had $107 in her sock, and she used 5 of that to go down to Arby's to get a goddamn roast beef sandwich and then ran to her mama's house. It was just stupid as hell. And the police knew this was a finesse. All right? They knew it was, and the family knew too. The damn family knew it was the parents out here being very vague. Just say what it is, family. Your daughter was out here finessing. Negroes out here doing stuff for attention. This was like some clout chasing, attention whoring stuff. I don't even think it was about no dude. This was just about, hey, look at me. This was on some look at me stuff. We got a lot of people in here. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. But unfortunately, man, I just hate that this is going to blow back, not just on Black people.
These days, it seems to be all about the optics. Everybody wanna talk. Can't nobody stay on topic. It's all about this power and how we finna take it. Some of y'all still sleeping. Y'all the ones who ain't gonna make it. We done with the L's, now it's time for the dub. We riding, fuck a party. They done closed down the club. Strippers can't even strip no more. Now it's only fans. It ain't no live sports song, cause it's only on demand and that's good. So now we gotta focus on what's real. Every time we look around, we getting killed. So fuck 12. We finna do this shit for George. Fuck the judge, fuck the jury, fuck the judge, fuck the charge. We been fed up and the rage is getting higher. We fucked around and found out the devil afraid of fire. So now when we get turned up, shit get burned up. I see a lot of souls burn up and that turn up. And we came to take the statues down and take the crown. I seen it on the news, a crowd of pigs powering down. We did all of that without no marching or no voting. We was running through them precincts, leaving shit smoking like fuck 12. We bout to do